Mikey Justice, and it is July the 24th, 2024. Hey, we're gonna get off into some real serious stuff tonight. That Sonya Massey shooting, uh, Kamala Harris is the new Democratic nominee, and a few other things. So y'all stick around. It's gonna go down in a couple of seconds. The Mikey Justice Show. Roll it.
Another high school shooting yesterday. This one in Florida.
I'm in sixth grade, and it can be scary
There's
sometimes.
been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. You don't want to miss it. There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be mad. They have to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I'm announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a sixth grader call. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
Now, how everybody doing out there?
I know I'm doing all right.
All right. Yeah, feeling good, man. A lot of tough stuff going on, man. So we ain't gonna waste too much time. We're just gonna get right on into it. Let me see. Yeah, was I right on my dates, man? July 24th, 2024.
Yeah, that's what I got on my computer, so we'll go with it.
All right, man, because you know we getting a little older. You know what I'm saying? I don't be too sure all the time. You hear me?
Right.
You know, we already have enough tech. Well, I don't want that to be the reason. And with that being said, yeah, man, yeah, pretty decent day out there, my brother. So all is well in your neck of the woods, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, me too, man. But you know, it's been a whole lot going on in this whole country, man. So, you know, for me to just say I'm 100% all right, I'm not, because I ain't cool with everything. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, man, you know, I guess, well, like they say, I ain't got too. We want to break down. I posted before we went on, man, that I was going to get off into a very powerful episode tonight, because I was going to show the entire footage of the Sonya Massey by the cop in Illinois. You know, the whole incident with her having the pot of the boiling hot water. Me and him. YouTube. I don't know if Phil able to do it, but if he can, he'll put the whole link up there for y'all. We didn't have it quite ready like I wanted to, and I know a lot of stuff like that is time sensitive, so I wish I had it ready for y'all, but what we broke down about it is very important, so I don't want to half step with it. I don't want to get my facts misconstrued or whatever people say. So for that reason, I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm gonna you know, get all my footage all linked up and everything and try to run it for y'all next week. But if you want to, it's definitely on YouTube. Tell them what they could look up, man, and they could you could put the link up there if you get a chance to put it up there.
Yeah, the link is up there now on the bottom of the screen, and if you search body camera footage of deputy involved shooting of Sonya Massey on YouTube, then that should pull up the full video. You know, like my brother said, it's a lot that's going on in that video, and it deserves a full breakdown. So
yeah, do me a favor, man. I mean, you got a chance to check it out a little more in depth than me, man. Like I say, stuff like that is very time sensitive, man. So before we go any further, man, and I want to do like everybody else, warn you that some of the things that we discuss is going to be a little bit sensitive to your ears and maybe to some people's heart. So viewer discretion and everything is advised. But like they say on the news, we're doing it for transparency. It's very important. We have to stand up, y'all. We had to fight back. That father say, you know, they killed the wrong person's daughter this time, and I don't want that to be twisted what he's saying. Mm-hmm. I think he's saying that, you know, he's going to fight it all the way and get justice for his daughter, man. This can't become the new normal. This stuff ain't right. It ain't justified. You hear me?
Right.
The man just said he just had like a triple or a quadruple bypass surgery or something, man. Mm-hmm. Bruh, man, strong as Benjamin Crump is, I seen him just, getting so emotional, man, trying to be strong and be there for that father. You hear me?
Right.
I'll never forget the statement he said. He said, everything happened for a reason. He said, my old heart, every time I see situations like that, I'll be like, how would you handle that if you had to put nothing on you, you can't handle? That might have been a little bit much for me.
Yeah,
And
man.
and then go ahead, brother.
That's a cliche. Don't put nothing more on you than you can handle. But
It's still
nah,
real
man.
life, man.
Yeah.
Still human beings. You're
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I know what I saw on it, man. And if you say anything, anything different or contrary to what I've seen, then I'll chime in. But you go ahead, man, and give them a little bit of assessment. Real talk of what you saw from watching that video.
Yeah, man. What I saw from the beginning is a predisposition. Might even say prejudice.
As him, because I be wanting to understand the real actual protocol and what did they actually train you guys to do, and coming from a person that was an actual police officer. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So when they came up, they, checking the outside, and, they got frustrated because they knocking on the door and she taking a long time to get to the door. You got to understand that she's calling because she feel like there's a prowler outside of the house. So when you knock on the door and you don't announce yourself first and you banging crazy, she don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was on the line with the dispatch trying to verify that, is this the police at my door? Because when she did answer the door, she still had the phone in her hand. And she, when they went inside the house and everything, she was like, okay, I'm on the line, but here, hold on.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because I was going to ask you, I was like, wouldn't you think that if you thought somebody was outside of your home, man, wouldn't hurry up and get dressed some kind of way, put you in the safest position? Like, you don't want to, you might have to run out the house or anything. You hear me?
Yeah.
But that's speaking from not being in that situation. Now it make more sense. You say she went right to trying to talk to the dispatcher, verify that this was actual police. This is something that probably happened in a quick matter of seconds. You heard something, you make that call.
And that's a good observation, brother, because I call BS on her getting dressed as well. That's just something to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to show your full hand.
And another reason why I mentioned it, brother, is because it made me think that something was going on with her mental state. Because I was like, what was the hesitation when they asked her about her last name? And I'm not justifying it. It was first degree murder all the way to me.
Right.
I'm just trying to make sense, let people know that it ain't nothing. It ain't us trying to, pad it a certain way because of race and all that kind of stuff. I want to be transparent, use that word like they say, and be as real as possible, man. Like you said, the lady that spoke to the football team that day, like you was like, how could you stand up there and tell these kids about you losing your son and everything else? And she like, if you don't be real with it, you'll never heal.
Yeah.
And if you don't be real with it, you'll never understand.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do, brother. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to be real with it, and I'm trying to heal because I know the pain that it's making me feel. So I understand where that father is right now, man. You hear me? I don't, go ahead, bro. I seen cover-ups about her supposed to have committed suicide. I seen them on the video, cleaning up the blood and all that kind of stuff. Far as I know, you don't supposed to touch those bodies, none of that type of stuff. The body camera wasn't on. It was just a lot of things that went wrong with that situation.
Yeah, from the jump, you don't turn off your body camera, man. From the jump, and so we're gonna cover this a little bit more in depth, man. But just from what I remember, him walking up with his body camera off, and then after he shot her, you know what I'm saying, he looking to the other guy to, oh, your body camera was on. Oh man,
Yeah,
you
he
know,
was kind of and then you know, just when he was like as many times as he said that it was a headshot and like she's done, and the
yeah,
other officer was trying to administer first aid to her, and he like, no, she's done. But later on in the video, I was like, because it sounded like Phil was telling me that some water or something was running in the video, because I'm steady hearing that strange noise to me in the background. I didn't know, you know, sometimes we have technical difficulty, so I'm thinking that is that something that's interrupting our sound. He telling me that that's her taking her last breath and everything. That's that sound that I'm hearing on the video. So that was very disturbing to me. And of course they try to blur out, like when they're trying to clean her up and everything. The one cop is like, well, we could put pressure to her head, stop the bleeding and all of this and that. I heard the other cop that shot her say from the jump, no need to go get the first aid, none of that. She done. She's not done and she's still breathing.
Yeah.
And I never understood that if you putting a bullet into somebody to straight kill them, because you know that's what you told me, that you know they're stopping the threat or whatever they call it, the justification. So my question was like, so they are shooting to kill.
Yeah.
Okay, so why sit there and go through the whole thing of giving somebody first aid if you know that you tried to kill them? If you didn't want them dead, tase them, shoot them in the leg, do anything but that, bro. And a pot of water is not finna kill you.
So the short answer is that's what you trained to do, and that's the right thing to do. You supposed to protect life, property, and the environment. At least that's the way I was trained.
Yes, sir.
So even if you in a situation to where you felt like you had to defend yourself by possibly taking somebody's life, once you see that they not dead, you supposed to do everything you can to keep them alive.
Not just continue letting our bullets in them until they're dead.
Exactly. This guy seemed to me like he was kind of wishful thinking, trying to will it into existence that she was going to pass away and her side of the story wouldn't get told.
Exactly.
Because he's from the jump. She was coming at me with some hot water.
Yeah, and she never took a step towards
No,
him.
she was ducked down behind the counter.
I was just blown away by the audacity to tell those type of lies when you know that the footage is right there.
Yeah.
And my advice to people with seeing something like that, man, like remember when I was saying that I know what I do out here, brother. I'm an advocate, activist, whatever word you want to call it. You hear me? So I know every time that I speak on anything that they don't like in the real, that I'm putting a target on my back. So I try to protect me, protect you, my family, this show, and all of it. You hear me?
Right.
So when I was talking about me wearing body cameras and all that all the time, I was dead serious, bro. Because I heard people make the same point that I was making when they was talking about this situation with the attempted assassination on Trump. They say you know, that's why they were encouraging people to start wearing body cameras. So plenty of footage, you know, people have plenty of footage. And like I said, if it's transparent and everything is the truth, then everybody camera shouldn't be saying something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they made the point, like I was saying, if you really ducking down and you're in the heat of the moment, it's always going to be that, oh, you didn't see the first part of the tape. You missed the first part of it because you're too busy trying to duck down and you caught in the situation. Right. You don't have time to get your phone out. And like I said, bro, I'm a dinosaur. I don't have no iPhone. My phone just call people and stuff like that.
Right.
So by the time I boop, remember my code, get it to where I load the camera up and then actually put myself in the position to start filming something, I missed half of what already done happened.
Right.
And that's where all the you didn't see this and you didn't see that. And it wearing the body camera and everything eliminates that. You hear me?
Right.
I think that as soon as you knock on that person's door and have to engage any type of physical or any type of, you know, interaction with that person, your body camera should be rolling.
I would say anytime you on a call, I mean, other than you just chilling in the car, y'all on break, soon as you go in service, put your body camera on. Why wouldn't you?
Bro, you doing a job. Like we learned the hard way. Like from doing this show and stuff like that, man, when we do those breaks and all that, we always thinking that those mics and everything ain't live. And we found out last week that them mics are live.
Right.
So my advice to my brother was you do this show, whether we on break or anything, like that camera is on you at all time. And if it ain't nothing that you willing to stand for and stand behind, don't let it come out your mouth, not for the hour that you on my show.
Right.
And I had to keep it all the way 100 with my brother like that. And I live under the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get caught with my underwear down.
Right.
So I'm not finna say nothing that I don't mean, try to get cute with it or none of that, man. You know, I try to do this show, like I said, a podcast for the people, man, and be a voice for everybody. That's why we do it live. I explained that several times. That eliminate all of that old Facebook and fake news, giving people time to come with all those pre-rehearsed answers. I want to see how you feel in the heat of the moment. Tell your truth and how you really feel, man.
Right.
You know, we're not robots, and you don't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to agree with everything that you say. But if I don't get the truth, then I'm not giving you the real answer in return, because I'm answering to what I heard come out your mouth. So if it's not your truth, don't let it come out your mouth. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, with that being said, man, very disturbing video, man. But like we said, man, y'all can watch it on your own. We definitely going to break it down here. We're going to keep that female's name alive, and we're going to do everything we need to do, man, to try to help people get better out here. I keep on hearing all that make America great and all that. Like I said, if you start letting people know what you mean by that, then they might start go about doing it. You hear me?
Man, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, man, but dude been noticeably silent. I haven't heard him say anything.
They said something today about he had his first public appearance since Biden dropping out. And that was going to be the whole story and breaking news today, man. You know how we felt about that, but I just felt like this with us being right here in this area, you know, we could rub elbows with Illinois, man. So you know, this was very important to me. And like for the last couple of days, it's been the first story that came on as soon as the news come on.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't heard Trump say anything about how he feel about this situation.
No, I haven't heard anything about this situation. And I've been waiting to hear that, man. You know, you did hear that Vice President Kamala Harris did release a statement about it and everything else, man. But you know, I get to thinking about stuff like that too, man. I say they have reports where people have fallen out at his rallies, and he makes statements like, "Don't fall out because we need every vote, and we got to make all of them count," and all that type of stuff. You hear me?
Right.
So if he don't care about his own people and people out there supporting him, keep it 100, man. What the hell he care about somebody on the other side? Yeah, people might not want to hear that and might not think it's true, but that this situation don't concern him. You hear me?
Right.
And before I sit there and be disgusted by some more fake news or somebody acting like they really care for somebody, I'd rather them not say nothing. Keep it 100, because just like the convention and everything else, before he get done, his true colors gonna come out. His true self. You hear me?
Yep.
So to keep all the garbage down in respect to that family and everything else, man, you don't have to say a word.
Yeah.
You hear me? It's written all over your face, like the rude boys say. You hear me? Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we gonna try to keep it business, man. I didn't even get to shout out my people. So once again, shout out to family and friends and everybody that's watching. Y'all know how we do it around here.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up to them Classical Junior Academy Cougars, them Sumner High School Bulldogs, past and present, and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, past and present. Let me see what we got up there. Yeah, man. Celebrity news, brother. Old Bob Newhart.
Yeah.
And the reason that I reference it on here, because we always we got the little running joke about my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. We clowns about that a lot when we not on the camera. So yeah, I know where that came from. I grew up watching Bob Newhart, some of them old Channel 4 shows. You know how it was when we ain't had cable, man. Carol Burnett at 10:30 after the news with the little animated with a little butt poked out where she got a little mop going across the floor. Newhart, Heart to Heart, Magnum PI.
Yep.
All them old late night regular shows. You didn't get to the good stuff to Saturday. Three Stooges and Showtime at the Apollo. Look at that. Yeah, plug that old school. And speaking of plugs, y'all watching the Mikey Justice Show. We streaming live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So he was 94 years old, man. Dude, I had no idea. He was like one of them people that it shocked me when I turned on the news and they said he passed. I was like, man, I thought dude been passed. Yeah. Because I was telling my people, I was like, man, he been old since I knew him. If he 96 now, we know how old we are. So when we watching him on the Bob Newhart show, dude, hairline already gone back. Yeah. He looking hella old. I'm giving him 60.
Thought he was 60, 70 there. Yeah.
Man, you remember a couple of years ago when they said Mr. Drummond passed? I was like, bro, different strokes was in 1970 something. Mr. Drummond was already 70 on different strokes. I swear he was.
Like Mr. Drummond's supposed to be 110 or something, bro.
Hey, but some people be holding that legacy, boy. Hey, if I didn't keep up with it, I would have had no idea that Betty White just passed not too long ago. You hear me?
Right.
Because when I was a kid, all the Golden Girls was 100.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
looked at hella old. You hear me?
Yeah.
Until you start creeping and getting close to that number, you hear me?
Yeah.
And then 40s and 50s,
Right.
60s. They ain't so old no more.
He's still a young man.
And while we got this time, man, I like to announce that I was proud of myself for how I did the show last week. I managed to go almost the whole. Well, I went the whole show and almost the whole day, even without you knowing.
Right.
But I had cut a nice fat patch out the side of my head. But see, when you put on headphones and you turn to the side and you kind of play it off a little bit, and then you get some of that Jermaine Jackson, get some of that good black grease, and you rub on there, and you make it look like some of it just gray hair. You just got a patch there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was looking like I was going through it a little sick, but I played it on off. You heard me?
Yeah.
I didn't want to go all the way there with it. I figured y'all would wonder why the hell I was sitting here with a skull cap on trying to do this show. So I didn't go that route. I just played it off. But yeah, I'm a chia pet, and it grew all the way back. So y'all ain't got nothing to laugh at. Anyway, yeah, man, we lost a real important person around here the last couple of days, man. Miss Tammy Holland.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Oh man. Brother, I was in tears in the car listening to Tony Scott tribute to her, man. So real and so just what they say, candid, man. And I told you I was going to tell you that one thing that I had a problem with that he did when he was like, they shared a bunch of secrets and all of this stuff, and he was like, some of them was sexual and some of them was this and some of them was that. So me, he's some dirty old me, and I put my mind to thinking what the hell she probably done told him. You heard me? Yeah, man. But he went on talking about when he was when she was an intern at 19 or 20 and everything, and just her getting it and just being a professional then, like some people just born for it. You hear me? And the thing that I love the most about Tammy Holland, man, I didn't get a chance to know her, but Sasha and other people that follow me and people that I grew up with, they're family members of her. Yeah. So I love the way that other people love her. The love that they got for her, man. Right. It made me feel like I knew the lady. Yeah, we laughed many times. Remember when Tony help us out? Yeah. Remember when Tony got them beats? Yeah. So I got plenty of stories. I remember her giving him the business on the air, man. But he said he was just blown away. And I watched DJ Rec 1 on the TV. He did a whole little thing about her. And he was like, he was just blown away because you would go to her social media sites and all her videos would be her going out in the community and talking to people and helping them with their struggle with cancer. While this lady is dealing with stage 4 cancer. Right. So it really says a lot about her character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I was like, wow, I was just blown away, man. And then I loved it because I seen how much a professional that Tony Scott was, man, because after he brought me all the way down, he brings me all the way back up. He said a few years ago, it was a rumor going around that him and Tammy Holland was messing around and everything. You heard me? And he said when she brought it to him, she didn't get mad or come to him no certain way. She was like, we ain't messing around. Ain't no way we could be messing around. You too young for me. I'll kill you. I would hurt you. You would die if I put... You too young. I would kill you. I was rolling. Wow. And I didn't think, because she 50 something, but I seen him talk the other day. He holding it, but man, my man Tony Scott is hella old. Yeah. Dude, like 70 something. Oh, curly old white hair looking like a black Archie Bunker. And speaking of TV characters, man, I was gonna show that clip, man, with what was that guy named Capehart, Jonathan Capehart. I don't know if anybody hip to him because I wasn't. He do a nice little show, and he had his aunt on there. She was giving her whole opinion about what she thought after Trump and all them did their little Republican National Convention, and him saying taking jobs from the black and all that stuff. Some of the things that we be questioning them on. You hear me? The reason that people like to use the word racist and other things. I was like, yeah, I'm starting to learn that he's more about that class system, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't think it's really about no color. People quick to try to defend it by saying it's not racist. They always think they're black and white. I was like, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely ain't right. And it's like promoting some type of form of hate. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what's so funny about the whole I might let an African American. It's like, come on, man. I never heard you really single out anybody like that. So why did you feel the need to do it that time? Yeah. That's what made it so funny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if y'all
Look at my little Polish American.
Yeah, you know, if y'all didn't catch nothing extra out of it, it felt like a little extra there with me. Yeah, but this lady, man, she got that old school wisdom. When the guy Jonathan Capehart was saying that he was going to have his aunt on the show, it made me feel like, you know, like it was my aunt or grandmother or something. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Straight natural hair, man, beautiful black skin. Say she got that old ancient mama Esther Roll, Florida Evans type look to her. You hear me, bro? And that ain't trying to be funny. Just that old Maya Angelou, you know, just a straight respect for just beautiful black women that just old school and full of knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I respected her and respected what she had to say, man. And this dude just straight up had his real auntie on the show, bro.
Yeah,
so
that blew me away.
Yeah, so if you got it, man, roll it for him.
Let me play something from the debate on Thursday that made you, in your email to me, you said this particular thing, quote unquote, pissed you off. Watch this.
The fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now.
Aunt Gloria, what's a black job?
Obviously, for Trump, it's low income, low workers, anything that low income. He does not respect blacks. He does not respect anyone other than rich people. I just thought, you're saying we're the only ones who are going to work those jobs? That we're no more than slaves. You know, we build the country off our backs, and then we had the migrants are coming and keeping it going. But he has no respect for people of our race, any race. And what's so sad is his constituents don't even realize he wouldn't even sit down with you. What happened to town halls? Let's see if he'll sit down and talk to people. But he won't. He just like to throw out stuff. But to say the blacks, like, what are we? But we got to put a sign up. We're the blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right. I'm going to put a sign up.
I know.
Well, the two of us, yeah.
You are now Jonathan Capehart, one of the blacks. And Joy Reid, you're one of the blacks.
We back live. Or maybe not yet.
Yeah,
okay.
We are.
We back live, y'all. Yeah, man. Lady had some interesting things to say. Some of the things that I felt the same way, and other people know, but they just don't ever want to admit it. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, coming from a lady that's older, that probably lived through some of the struggles, it would be probably a little bit more respected if people heard straight from the source's mouth. But yeah, that's how some of it be sounding to me too, man. You hear me? And I don't necessarily know if it's anything that's targeted at, to blacks, but I do know that his mentality is based on a class system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
how
below
much paper you got?
Yeah, you know, if you ain't got enough paper, you don't even matter to him. What your opinion, what you say, or none of that. You know. And I just be blown away because a lot of these people that making these decisions, man, they're not on that level either. So they got to understand that whatever position that he put those lower class people in is going to affect them too, regardless of what color their skin is,
right?
Regardless of who you voted for or any of that. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then I'll be so blown away, man, because a lot of people be like, you notice all those people, they be like, I'm willing to die for them, don't want to hear the other side, just set in their ways and all that. It's usually people that's 80, 90 years old and probably on their last leg anyway. So they don't give a rat's. You hear me?
Right.
But these the same people that get out every day and talk about how much they love their grandbabies and talk about them 24/7. Yeah, but that's your grandbabies that's signing up for police departments, that's joining militaries and all of that. You hear me? So all of that old extra stuff and all that bad rhetoric, it only put those type of people in danger just as much as it put us in danger.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about all this stuff about the candidates, man. I got questions that I want to ask these people, man. You hear me?
Right.
Like, what is your plan when it come down to the immigrants? You hear me? Because you got a whole lot of them that's already here. So what, you gonna try to kick them out? Or you saying that this is gonna start from now? And then like all the commercials and dirty ads and all that they run, they saying that all of these jobs and all this stuff is getting happening because of illegal immigrants. So it's okay for them to take the black jobs and work for a couple of dollars an hour if they're legal immigrants.
Yeah, do it legally.
You know what I'm saying? Like the one guy, you see the commercial. Illegal immigrants ran my people off the road. Oh, so since they knew they had a truck full of Mexicans, they thought the child was finna come do a citizen arrest, pulled them over, so they just ran you and your people off the road.
Right.
Come on, man. It's foolishness. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then another question, man. What is all the Republicans with all the guns and all that, the assault rifles and all that in the campaign ads? Maybe I'm slow, bro. I'm missing it. I don't get the point of it.
That's supposed to be them talking about
for the Second Amendment.
Yeah,
right?
It's strong from the NRA, backed by the NRA and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's fake news because, like I said, bro, when nobody pulling out no pistols and shooting those that man that did that at that rally.
Yeah, I didn't see nobody.
I didn't see nobody.
Like
I said, whether it's a deuce or assault rifle, bro, all of them will take you up out of here. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I didn't see too many people standing their ground. I seen a whole bunch of people ducking down.
Yeah.
And trying to avoid getting shot. Right. Because it's not a cool thing. If it's about standing your ground and we don't back down, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And your Second Amendment rights, then you Superman. Let them bullets bounce off your chest. Don't duck down. Stand your ground. It's the new normal. Remember? No, it's not the new normal. So quit trying to make people believe that it is.
Yeah.
Now that's the fake news.
They kill me, right? They going to the Trump rally to protect their gun rights, but you gave up your gun rights to go to the Trump rally.
Come on, man. Like I said, it's because everybody want that Floyd Mayweather, that Shakur Stevens. They want that O on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
All wins, no losses. So long as we'll make sure that we equipped to be able to win all the wars that we out here creating. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, wake up, people. I had to explain it to my people, man. They was like, do you think that all of this stuff is leading us towards a civil war and all of that? I was like, man, when I seen January the 6th and people jumping on their little brother, running up in the White House, attacking their own people, when you go online and you got people that straight up having a hissy fit because United States won by 1 point because they hate LeBron James so bad that they actually will root against us and their own country and people. I was like, man, I wouldn't give a rat, none of that. Long as it's USA on the front, I'm Team LeBron.
Right.
Period. It's a lot of stuff I don't like about this country, but you know what I'm saying? I try to go. It's like Bronny getting picked 55th. It's a potential. I pick United States on potential.
Right.
They claim we got the right to be who we want to be. Live the American dream, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, being able to live and let live. I know that it's fake news, but I guess it's the best going right now. You hear me?
Right.
They ain't out there dropping bombs on us like some of these other countries have to deal with every day that people turn a blind eye for the last couple of months and act like none of that ain't going on.
It made it out of the news cycle.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. Yeah, man. So I just don't get it, man. That's just my questions. Like, what are you really gonna do with these immigrants, man? Because I know honestly, and they'll never want to admit it, bro. It's a lot of people that feel like that this country is bullies. They go pick on people. They always try to, put their dominance or they thing on you, their authority and their rules or whatever, and they're doing the same thing. They're punishing you for the same things that they're doing.
Right.
Basically. You hear me?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people
Hypocrisy.
they don't respect this country like that. You hear me? So it's a lot of people that tell me all day long that they would never think about joining no police force or no military. You hear me?
Right.
So I'm like, man, y'all creating a lot of unnecessary beef out here. Man, it's not a lot of people that want those lower class jobs. So when you get rid of the immigrants, honestly, bro, now it's going to have to be some of them if they want to get the job done, because it's only certain kind of people, like they said, that are going to take those jobs.
Right.
It's only certain kind of people that are going to sign up for the police department. When I was out in California with you and everything else, Texas and all that stuff, you seen more Rodriguez than Smith on the police force, just being honest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you shorten your military and your police strength, and they already hollering about they short numerous numbers of officers. So I'm trying to ask, like, have they really thought about that part of it, man? How much that's going to really affect things? Because this country is full of immigrants. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So to say that you don't want nobody here, that's not right, man. I think it's like everybody rolling around this mug on bad temp tag. If you say that you want everybody that's out of here that's illegal, bro, you're gonna take a nice chunk out of the population when it come down to the United States.
Yep.
But hey, maybe they know something that we don't know. Maybe since we in pocket with everybody, if we get into war with a country, maybe we could board their military. Maybe we could rent out a Russian military or something. You hear me? I don't know.
Well, you never know, man. What's on the minds of some of these candidates and who's backing them.
Yeah. Speaking of candidates, man, you've been telling me that you've been thinking about running for office sometime, man.
Yeah,
and,
man.
You know what, brother? I've been thinking the same thing. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'm here to announce tonight, man, that I want to test your cashews and see if you really about that life. If you do it, man, I think that I put my name in there and run for something too. What they think about that?
Man, what would we run for, bro?
Now, that was some of the questions that I was going to ask you, man.
All
I don't
right.
know. I think without any of us ever, you know, what they say, treading or exploring that water, or how they say it,
Yeah.
I think it'd be best to try to start something on a small scale. So I'm thinking, what is the smallest that you can do to start like working on your own neighborhood? I'm thinking something like what, alderman, councilman, or something like that. Anything to just get your name and get your feet wet, man, to get out there and learn, you know. I'm tired of politics, man, and I'm not in it to play politics. So I don't really want to learn politics, but I do want to learn enough so I can be able to protect myself, know how I'm able to move, know what my rights are, and what I'm really able to do as far as making change out here, man.
Man, it's all about serving the people, man. Like I look at these candidates and how they go about their business, man, and they in it all about themselves. Like it's I haven't seen one yet, man.
Man, I'm so scared because, you know, when I like me and you talked off the cuff, man, when we saw that footage of like Jeffrey Boyd and Collins Muhammad and people like that, man, he was like, boy, if that didn't look like the biggest setup, man, you might as well have a cartoon lie detector, Bugs Bunny and Tweety sitting up.
Right.
It looked so fake, man. It's like, how would you fall for something like that? And I'd be scared, like, would I get caught in that kind of trap? Nah, man, because I'm in it to win it, and I don't think on them levels.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying though. No, and being honest, brother, I be wanting to get the non-for-profit and everything going, man.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? But like I said, it take money to do stuff, to travel, to keep these shows running, to buy equipment. So I'm just scared that me trying to do what I do would try to make somebody think that I was trying to get on something else, man. It's like the temptation is always there. And you got all these people out here that are puppets. Well, such and such, they do it and they got away with it. You hear me? It's the temptation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get caught up in that temptation.
Right.
And I don't think that I ever would. But being honest, I don't even want to deal with nobody trying to accuse me of nothing like that.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, to have the appearance of it.
Because I'm telling you off the jump, this stuff take a lot of time, man. I feel like if we did anything else with us running the show already, doing the food truck and all that stuff, man, you have to give more and more of your time. Can't be in two places at one time. So if those donations or whatever has to pay somebody's salary to keep things like that moving, where you can be the voice of people, have enough money to be able to travel, make change, and really get out here and help people, man, it's going to take some funds.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to say, honestly, you know, like we even speak about Jimmy V and all that stuff, man, that 100% of it. Yeah, 100% after they finish running that program and needing what they need to run those ads. You hear me? St. Jude's might not charge nobody never for no hospital bill when it come down to the kid.
Right.
But I bet you best believe that those commercials that they run, and they ain't get all that stuff for free.
Yeah. And the people that work there don't work for free.
No. It got to be some type of money coming in some kind of way. You hear me? And that's the kind of stuff that I be thinking about, man. It's like, you know, do you want to live or whatever time you running with that microscope on you because of things that some of these career politicians around here have done? That's one of the factors that go into my decision or not whether I do or don't want to run. But I'm definitely about change, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we kind of doing that with what we got here, you know?
Right.
That's why we got to get more and more people to support it. I was going to talk about people donating that money to Campbell or Harris. The black people that got this money, you basketball stores, you internet stores, all these people, y'all need to be donating that money because that's the only way that we can level that playing field. You hear me? They're able to make all those moves that they're doing, and you know they're sending him money as we speak. You hear me?
Right.
He can get $400 for some of the ugliest damn tennis shoes, but hey, we have to send money, support her if you really believe in her, and all this and that, man. And you know that was another question that I was going to ask, man, before we take a break and come on back. why all the extra, man? If they really felt like that he was the best candidate for the job, he's the greatest thing that Earth has ever seen, United States, why all the even bashing him, man?
Right.
Because we listen to these candidates. Us that's not deciding or really listening to what you're saying and trying to figure out who's the right person to vote for.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear nothing about no damn gas being high and all that, because like we said, all the people that got all the opinion, you either in the hub around, you're 80, 90, you ain't driving no damn way. So shut your mouth. If you worried about because your little grandbaby gonna have to pay $4 to get a gallon of gas, worry about them having to duck all these bullets because all this gun violence and stuff out here. It's some other to worry about. Little Becky got her own fans only page, grandma. You ain't seen it yet, but she do. She half naked and she get paid for it. She don't need her account to be stimulated. Wow. You don't have to go buy her a new bedroom or none of that. She's gonna be all right. And with that being said, man, I was gonna ask you about your boy, man, JD Vance. You hear me?
Yeah.
I was like, man, another person running with Trump with 5 letters in their last name, huh? And NCE at the end. Pence, Vance, you hear me?
Yeah.
And then they use a Make America Great Again. I was like, let's save some money, get a Sharpie, a magic marker, scratch the first 2 letters out.
Right.
And let's change them to VA. Vance, Pence, same thing. Make America Great Again. Yeah, save the people some money.
Yeah. Trump
should have hella money saved up because he shouldn't have to spend nothing. He's been running the same rhetoric. It's the same people. It's the same garbage.
Yep.
JD Vance, man. I don't remember nothing about this dude. All I remember is he was just like Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, Nikki Haley, and all them that when they were trying to get that spot, they had something else to say about Trump, and now they cashew riding and all that. Do you know anything about JD Vance?
I know he wrote a book called Hillbilly Elegy, and like you say, he was a critical of Trump.
Did you read it?
No, I ain't read it.
You still reading Brokeback Mountain? Or are you done with that book?
I just seen the movie.
You say you done seen the movie. I haven't. I'm not gonna see you in the movie. You know I gotta give it to
I'm like
you raw.
The boy Clint Eastwood. Brokeback Mountain. What?
What? What? Yeah. Hey, you say you got some footage of old JD Vance,
yeah,
huh?
Man.
When he was doing the old Trump bashing, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I say. Why all the extra, man? And then you had Nikki Haley. Just roll it, man. They just killed me how they jumped ship, man. They were talking about this dude so bad, and then to be honest, man, they know that some of the stuff that they're saying about him is true.
Yeah.
Even though they're playing politics.
Yeah.
So roll it, man.
And racism or xenophobia. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I'm definitely not going to vote for Trump because I think that he's projecting very complex problems onto simple villains.
But I've noticed this willingness from people who think a lot like I do that, look, we told you so. To all these white working class voters, we told you so. We told you that Trump was going to be a terrible candidate. We told you that you were an idiot if you voted for him.
And in now deleted tweets, JD Vance called Trump reprehensible. Fellow Christians, everyone is watching us when we apologize for this man. Lord help us, Vance wrote. Privately, Vance was even more critical, messaging a friend that Trump could be, quote, America's Hitler. But fast forward a few years later, when Vance ran for Senate in Ohio as a Republican. That's when he unveiled a new persona, Trump defender.
Are we having a good time? Is it great to have the president back in Ohio?
I did change my mind about Donald Trump. He was a great president. He's been the greatest president of my lifetime.
I have absolutely got to thank the 45th, the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, they wanted to write a story that this campaign would be the death of Donald Trump's America First agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't the death of the America First agenda.
Vance's MAGA pivot resulted in him winning a seat in the Senate.
And we won big.
And now a place alongside Donald Trump on the 2024 Republican ticket.
We back live, y'all. Yeah, man. It just killed me how they're bash dude. We apologize. We was gonna try to take a quick break, but we just been having just too much to cover. So I told them we just go ahead and just keep on rolling on through it. If y'all had to go ahead and use the potty or roll up some potty, It's all good. You know, you welcome to take a few minutes if you need to, but we gonna keep on pushing. Yeah, man. And it just killed me how they say one thing, man, when they running against him and they all, you know, trying to he's poison for the country and you don't want this and you, all of that, you know, as soon as you know all the smoke settle and all that
for them.
They right. As soon as there's something in it for them, they jump right back on the cashew. Fake jump back on my again. You know, like my boy DMX said, they jump back on the cashews again. But he ain't the only one, man. You know, I couldn't believe because you know I was one of those people that was really thinking about giving Nikki Haley my vote, man.
Yeah.
I was like, boy, we got somebody that, and I didn't really believe it because you know that whole woman thing, man. I heard a lot of the men and people out here they just don't want to take no orders from a woman, and it ain't got nothing to do with skin color or nothing like that.
Right.
But I mean, all that stuff that you kind of looking for, man, you like, okay, what is your real agenda? What are you really going to try to do? How are you going to make America great? What is your idea of change? And she was actually saying something for a minute. And then for her to say he got the full endorsement and all this and that, we got Nikki Haley on deck too. Roll the clip, man.
Let's see what you on, Nikki Haley.
Many of the same politicians who now publicly embrace Trump privately dread him. They know what a disaster he's been and will continue to be for our party. They're just too afraid to say it out loud. Well, I'm not afraid to say the hard truths out loud. I feel no need to kiss the ring.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
I feel no need to kiss the ring.
Wow. We back live. Man, what a switch up. We talking about crossover, boy. Yeah. Nikki Haley got the best crossover in politics, boy. You just broke my ankles, Nikki. Man, what the hell?
Leaning in there, brought you back the other way.
Man, back. What the hell was that, bro?
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, really feel sorry for somebody that could lie like that, man.
Man, I feel sorry for all the stupid people that went for it.
Yeah.
Man, you that racist?
Wow.
You suck that bad? That y'all didn't hear none of that. Come on, man. Y'all don't think none of that is gonna affect you, huh? Yeah, okay. Come on, man. It's real in the field, bro. You know, I just had a guy I used to work with. He went out to Texas and did some managing and everything for them. You hear me? Man, you think we going through it and struggling? A big state that's making money like Texas. We got a couple of places here, man. Kansas City, St. Louis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Texas, Dallas, Houston,
right,
San Antonio.
Triangle.
Man, come on, bro. He said they making $10 an hour minimum wage out there.
Wow.
The big super Texas, everything's bigger. So the steak you cook is bigger than the one that I'm cooking, or they cooking you at Applebee's.
Right.
The donuts you frying, you hear me?
Yeah.
Everything is bigger in Texas except for your bank account, your pockets.
Yeah.
Bro, they said that the servers still make $2.13 with the tips. Man, that's how much they made here when my dad and I was serving back in '96, bro. $2.13.
Wow.
You know what that's for? That's for you to get the door, roll silverware, fill up the salad dressing, clean the bathroom. That's what you get $2.13 for.
Right.
And the tips is what you do from advertising and selling yourself.
Right.
And then they wonder why this person got $20 worth of orange juice free on their ticket. I got to do something to make this person give me a tip. Shit. Yeah, but anyway, man. On a lighter note, man. United States, man. You see your boy, the King. He get to carry that flag, man.
Yeah, old Brian got to do it.
Yeah, and they just announced that Miss Coco Gauff will be joining him carrying that flag.
Yeah,
she say that's her idol, man. I got to thinking about it. I'm like, damn, Coco Gauff. What now? She probably she finally got about 20, 21, maybe.
Yeah, I think she just turned 20.
Bro, she been around a nice little minute to be that young. You hear me?
Yeah.
I got to thinking about LeBron James came in the league in 2003. She might have just been born. Ain't that crazy?
Crazy.
LeBron still playing, and Coco Gauff is over a 5-year professional.
Right.
Already. That is crazy, man. What else did we have in the world of them good old sports that went on lately? Anything that we might not want to miss?
Well, no, that was That was the news. Let's see.
Shout out to your boy Brandon Miller, man. I didn't give him no shine. Local boy, they ended up making that old Olympic team, track and field. So shout out to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, they was talking about this in the United States, man, because they only beat Sudan by 1 point, the men's. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they was hating on my boy and all that, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. It only take 1 point to win, right?
Yeah, a dub is a dub. I ain't apologizing for no dub.
If I got 100 and you got 99 at the end of the match, I get to hold up the trophy, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That's all that mattered to me.
Yeah.
The women got beat though by the WNBA All-Stars.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese.
Them rookies showed out on.
What's the name? Ooh, we a Goomba Wale
yeah.
in the business. Bro.
Hey, she got me up out my seat, bro. With the basketball play. But she's not a bad chick.
I was finna say, bro, you know, you like that dog meat. That was gonna get you going anyway.
Yeah, that dog meat.
Hope you didn't. Anyway, it's a family show. We ain't gonna go there. Anyway, though, we gonna roll that review. Chime time, man. We didn't get to do it last week. He did the review of old Kathy's. You know, I said a couple of them. He was a little bit harsh. I don't know if I'm gonna get to do all of them, but I'm gonna go back and check some of them out, man. The whole thing really is him giving the 0.1 to Pappy's, man. They like the barbecue kings around her. So that's surprising to see Pappy's get a 0.1. But I tried to warn him. I was like, smoked and barbecued is something different. If it ain't charcoal, people that look like me, we don't call it barbecue. But this is a Chime Times review of Kathy's. Roll it.
Pappy's a cat. We did Kathy's.
Okay. We're doing Crown and Pappy's. Yeah. Oh, I'm tripping. That's right. He said we did Kathy, so we're doing Crown and Pappy's. Well, let's do Crown and Pappy's.
All right. Crown on the way.
In St. Louis, Missouri. So I decided to try this place today because not a lot of places are open on Sundays and Mondays. A lot of you guys recommended this place and y'all recommended specific items. I also asked one of the guys that was working in there, what should a first timer get? He told me I got that too. Let's see what it's hitting on. First, we're gonna start out with a Reuben. Hello, y'all. Man, oh, you sexy. And you good. You taste about as good as you look, man. So this Reuben got corned beef, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, rye bread, and also Swiss cheese too. When it comes to Reuben sandwiches, the meat is the star of the show. It has to be sliced thin, it has to melt in your mouth, it has to be meaty, it has to be fresh. But the sauce has to be on point too. This sauce right here, which is obviously $1,000, but damn, this sandwich, it really is good. And you also have little pop-ups of sauerkraut here and there too when you're chewing. When you bite into the sandwich, everything melts in your mouth, and also it's a beautiful crunch with the rye bread. They gave me a box of chips too. I think every sandwich comes with a box of chips, but I just gotta do this. This is so nostalgic. It never gets old. This is called the Big Cheese. Jesus Christ. Huh? Cheese lovers like this. Swiss, provolone, cheddar, and American on grilled cheese, buttered sourdough bread. I probably only had a grilled cheese probably twice in my whole lifetime because I wasn't really a cheese fan up until probably about a couple years ago. But this, I can deal with this. And I think it's because of the bread. It's buttery, it's crunchy. The cheese isn't extra sharp. I don't care what y'all say, extra sharp cheese is mid. And when you bite into it, it melts in your mouth. I gotta say too, the cheese pool in this thing is crazy. This is how it looked behind the scenes. It literally stretched all the way to the roof, just about. The next thing we got on the menu looks like it's called the heart-stopping BLT. This thing must be, whoa, god damn. Let me show you how much bacon on this. They was not lying when they said heart-stopping. They put a lot of bacon on the sandwich, man. This is too much. So I gotta say, for the price of $14, this is pretty damn good.
All right, and I wasn't gonna roll the whole thing on that one, man. But I was just like, you know, he has some very basic things. You know, I've been cooking a long time, man. It's real hard to mess up a Reuben. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a whole different taste. So, like you said, if you got some good and it's corned beef that comes on it, sauerkraut, and like you said, the dressing is usually $1,000. If you got some decent good rye bread, some people use the marble rye, some people go with the softer rye, but that's a sandwich that you really can't go wrong with. And then like a grilled cheese, he said it's only his second time eating it. I done made several grilled cheese. It ain't nothing real fancy about it. You know, the people that know what's up know you have to grill it with that good buttery taste and make sure it's kind of on the darker side, not burnt, but got a nice little crisp and crunch, like he said. So it's like that kind of stuff that he tried there. I wish he would have went to something a little more exclusive, tried it, or even maybe tried the candy or the shakes or something like that. But the stuff he tried really couldn't be messed up anyway. And then like the BLT, you know what I'm saying? Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. How complicated can it be? You hear me?
Right.
So I was like, was it that he just got a lot of food and the sandwiches were big and they kind of impressed him? You know, don't get me wrong. I've eaten there several times, so it tastes good. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The BLT only got that kind of love because it got so much bacon on it. So I don't really think that as far as like his taste buds and all of that, you ain't gonna tell me that you prefer grilled cheese over oxtails. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just what they do. They done it well. And I love the good review for Crowns because like I said, it's a St. Louis treasure. So I appreciate the good review for Crown. I do agree that it is good, but it's nothing all that spectacular with it. I wouldn't have expected it to get nothing other than what he gave it.
Right.
And then, like I said, I was surprised what he gave Pappy's. I know it ain't my cup of tea and ain't what I think of when I think of barbecue, but you know, it does have a hell of a reputation around here. So I was expecting to get a little bit better rating, but it is what it is. Roll the Pappy's.
Tom Peppy Smokehouse is the best barbecue in St. Louis.
We gonna see. As you already know, my barbecue experience down here, actually my whole entire food experience down here has been complete and utter disappointment. Let's just say that. Y'all said this place had the best barbecue. I can look at this and tell right now, this ain't the best barbecue. But looks are definitely deceiving. Let's see what it's hitting on. First, let's try the barbecue spud. Bruh. This ain't no goddamn barbecue spud. Oh my God. St. Louis just don't know what the hell they doing down here, man. I've had a barbecue spud before. This is not a barbecue spud, man. The barbecue spuds I've had in the past have been topped with all types of meat, jalapenos, sour cream, barbecue sauce. It's overflowing with a whole bunch of just meat and goodness. This is just a plain baked potato, man. I got a pick 2 barbecue platter. This was a smoked chicken, and it is definitely smoked. Doesn't really have any seasoning on it, but it is smoked. I'm not sure if this is overcooked or maybe this has been sitting out for a while, but it is extremely tough. Texture-wise, it's not really enjoyable, but the smokiness of this smoked chicken is on point. Brisket? Oh my God. You know, after eating this, I see why there's a lot of shootings and violence up here. Y'all are hungry. That's what it is. Y'all are hungry. If they feeding y'all this up here, I see why everybody mad. I'd be mad too. I ain't never in my life had brisket that looked like bacon. This is bacon. I don't care what y'all say, this is bacon. This brisket has no juice. The texture, way off. No bark, no fat, no taste. It barely has a smoked ring on there. This is nothing more than raw bacon. We got some burnt ends. Now, Pappy, you know good and damn well these are not no burnt ends. You know that. You know that. When I think of burnt ends, right, I'm thinking of the whole entire brisket smoked and then chopped into cubes and tossed in sauce. That's not what this is right here. This is just regular overcooked dried brisket, man. I mean technically, yes, the ends are burnt, but if you're looking for flavor, you are not gonna get it. Hey, I will compare this to prison meat, but I think prison meat is a little bit better. Let's try these ribs real quick. Oh my God, y'all are really pathetic down here. Oh yeah.
All right, we back.
Yeah, man, just the whole experience was just trash to him. You hear me? Say no flavor on the ribs and stuff like that. That's why I suggested that he didn't go there, because I know how, you know, they do stuff there, you know. And then I've eaten it a lot of them, man. When you start getting down to that kind of that smoked meat, man, it all kind of tastes the same to me. You know,
with smoke with no flavor.
Yeah, because it's just the cooking process is the same.
Yeah.
What make yours different than mine? If we just smoking it, we probably using the same type of equipment, some type of wood. We're smoking it. The seasoning and the rubs is what set it apart and make it different. The sauce. So yeah, if you ain't putting no seasoning on it and you just smoking it, man, it's just gonna be the same old, and people ain't gonna really like it. You hear me?
Yeah.
And it's more kind of on that dry tip. I didn't think it was all that when I got it either. I would say that it's better than the 0.1, man. You know, but we done went to Texas, New Mexico. We done ate at Rudy's and top places and all that, man. So you know what they think about smoke. And then most places like that have two different kinds. They have one that's a leaner type that's kind of on the dry side, and the one that have more of the marble and the fat is going to be a little bit more juicy and more tender. It's depending on what you order. And then you got to kind of open your mouth and tell people what you want. And like we said, taking something out is going to be way different than just sitting there having that dining experience. So I think that he was right that it's not as good as it is advertised, but I don't think it should have got a rating that low. But that was our review of the review. Before we get out of here, y'all, I want to leave y'all with some of this Antonio Tarver and this Roy Jones, the round that went down. They had 3 fights, and I think Roy Jones won 1 and Tarver won 2 of them. You know, at the time, Roy Jones was the best fighter in the world. He was at the top of his game. So a lot of people was expecting him to, go out there and put them hands on old Tarver. But, you got to still fight. All that sound good and look good on paper. So this is number 2 of Tarver and Jones, the round that went down. Check it out. Never seen nothing like this out of my boy Roy Jones, but you'll see. Roll it.
Trained his head all the way out between the ropes to listen to whatever it was Gaynor had to say.
So evidently he has a lot of respect for Gaynor. It's interesting, Murchison has been with Roy throughout his entire career, and that's really rare today. It means about going on 16 years almost.
Well, Roy Jones has been very loyal to people who work for him and to his friends.
He's a good man, and he's helped a lot of boxers down there in his town. And in addition, he's one of the few guys that continually contributes a lot to helping Joe McClellan.
He's been the chief benefactor to McClellan, who has been in distress ever since his 1995 fight with Nigel Benn. Round 2, very much the same kind of action that you saw toward the end of round 1. Tarver stalking now more aggressively, more concertedly, and seemingly accepting the role of the leader in the counterpuncher's war. And there's a hard left hand by Antonio Tarver. Jones tries to come back with a right to the body and a right upstairs and another right to the middle of the belly.
You know, it's interesting. On marching Tarver, he seems to still be giving Roy problems. Roy has not found a way still to get a sustained attack against him.
And down goes Jones on a hard left hand, and that is the most that Roy Jones has ever been hurt. Only Lou DeBell ever knocked him down. Jones may not get up, and he makes it up. Jay Nady stops the fight, and Jones is still on Clear Street, and that's amazing. What a statement by Antonio Tarver. One big left-hand shot.
He said, what excuses do you have tonight, Roy? No excuses. Alton Murchison said, Roy Jones has gotten old, and you could see it because he was throwing one punch at a time.
All right. Wow, man. And that was 35-year-old Roy Jones. And, you got people like Pacquiao and Mayweather them fighting to 40. You know what I'm saying? They was like, by that time, he was old.
Right.
So, LeBron James, boy, you is just somebody's grandpa out there. And you heard Larry Merchant and Emmanuel Stewart saying that they could see it because he wasn't putting his punches together, just throwing one punch, man. Only thing I learned from that is Antonio is not to be played with. I've heard that a few times off the air, but that's another story.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, man. First
Straight
time
clown.
you ever seen your boy Roy Jones go down like that, man.
Yeah,
And he was
man,
just
he
blown
got hit
away,
hard.
man. He had a look of disappointment on his face, boy.
Yeah.
You know, and the only reason I don't like to do no violence promoting, man, but everybody always talk about that pistol pack and what happened to real fisticuffs. So that's why I decided to start showing the round that went down. You hear me? That you could do it and do it in a controlled environment. It ain't got to be all that extra.
Yeah.
You know?
And when it's over, man. You ain't have to.
Right, you ain't got to worry about nobody granny getting Swiss cheese when she go to the grocery store.
No.
And if you don't like that, you don't like championship boxing. For my little African American over here, this your boy Mike.
Oh, look at him!
Look at him. Yeah, y'all try to get as much as we could in there. It's a lot going on, so we'll be back at it in 7 days. Appreciate everybody for watching, and this has been Mikey Justice, and that's my turn. Peace.
Peace.